All right, hey everybody. So I got this kind of variety pack from Bones Coffee. Now, I've, it's one of these things where it actually, targeted ads and everything like that. And it looked interesting to get. And I wanted to maybe try something because they had some weird, the titles of their flavors are actually really, really funny for the most part. Not necessarily in this pack, but there was like a vampire from dusk till dawn type of flavor. I was like, huh. So I looked on their site, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to grab a whole thing. And so they had these uh, K cups basically of all the different flavors that I guess that you can try, and they range from standard to kind of weird-ish flavors, at least for the first one. So what you've got in here is you've got your standard medium roast, which I think it's just going to give you a good idea of what their coffee is like. Then you have high voltage, which I assume is like a high caffeine, type of coffee that you've got going on there. And then you have strawberry cheesecake, if I actually had that up the right way. You can probably see it in the background. And so I'm kind of interested in this one because it's, again, this is one of those odd flavors, especially for coffee. And that's what kind of drove me to this. Then you have maple bacon, which is probably the one that I'm going to try today and see how that one ends up for my coffee, because even though it's a little warm, it's not as warm as it's been the last couple days. Maybe have a hot cup of coffee would be nice. And then the last one is kind of your standard French vanilla flavored coffee. So I like the little logos and the artwork that they put on each one of the cups, or the K cups, and even the artwork on the box. And that's each of the different cups that you've got going there. I like how the maple bacon one is the manly skeleton that he's got there, because he has Zach's, and then your crazy one is the strawberry cheesecake, where he's going into like a wormhole or something like that. And then, like I said, standard. That's your standard. It's your high working guy, and then there's your French skeleton. So it's not a bad price for what I paid. I think it was $20 for 20 cups. So comes out to about $1 per, which is okay. Maybe a little more on the high side in terms of way K cups go. I don't buy them very often because, well, I either use a disposable or a reusable one, not a disposable one. And then my folks, for some reason, like a year ago, bought me like a pack of 100 of Pete's of these ones right here. I have way too many of these, so I've been drinking these up like crazy. Now, the only thing that worries me when using this is that you see that there's that QR code that's on this, and these don't have the QR code. So maybe it's going to work like you're putting in the generic one, and we'll guess we'll have to see. So I guess I'll be back in a bit to give my thoughts on how the coffee actually tastes. All right, so what better way to drink the cup of coffee than without the bones? Without my Nightmare Before Christmas cup. That's huge. So, in this regard, I don't know if I should do the 10 ounce or a 12 ounce. I know it's a big cup. I'm going to do the 12 ounce, and we're going to make this strong, because that's the only way to drink the coffee from the Keurig, is to drink it strong. You can see it just kind of slowly drips it out. You hear it? Alright, well, hopefully this tastes good. This is the maple bacon that I'm making. Okay, so it's been brewing for just a second, and you can smell the maple already. Like, it is strong. Now, one of the things that I will say about the company is that they say they basically brew or roast everything right away. When you order it, it's not like it's pre-packed, and so it takes a couple extra days for it to ship and get to you. With that smell, man, that's smelling really, really good. It really makes me think that they really take their time and care with the coffee, with the way that it smells. Okay, so some people might call me a monster when it comes to my coffee, but I tend to like a lot of cream in my coffee. I don't know why, it just always tastes a lot better to me. And locally, there's a place that's called Phil's, And I love their coffee. And if you ever come into the area, they make some great stuff. But the one thing that they do is they put heavy cream in their coffee. So I have started to do the same. So it's not just standard creamer, and I only use or try to only use the Horizon brand because it tastes good. You don't have to add as much unless you, of course, fuck up like I've done a couple different times. And people freak out because it does look like it's curdled, but it's just heavy cream because, you know, you can just whip this shit up and make yourself some whipped cream topping if you really wanted to. So that's what we're going to end up doing to the coffee eventually. But of course, first, I'm going to try it black. Okay, so brew is done. I've got it here. You can see it's my Nightmare Before Christmas mug. And you can see a good old Jack in the front because I can't hold this thing with my left hand for some reason. And it's early, and I really probably need the coffee. So so it's got a really, like I said, it's a really strong maple smell. I don't smell the bacon on it. It's got a little bit in there, but definitely you can smell. This smells like it's probably a medium roast. So it's going to be your kind of in between. It's not a light roast, so you don't get less caffeine and opposite way, more flavor and a little less, more caffeine and less flavor. Where here it's like they're trying to be flavorful, so it could even be a dark roast, who knows. So I'm gonna give this a try just as straight up without any flavoring, and then I'm gonna try it with my normal cream and sugar. So it definitely just kind of tastes like a medium roast. Doesn't really have any special flavoring to it or anything like that. Could also be because it's pretty hot and it's burning my fingers even on the top. A little bit of maple, a little hint. So I'm gonna add some flavor enhancers to this and let's see where it goes. Okay, so standard coffee for me. 2 packs of Splenda. Just gonna put those in there. Don't know why you need to see this part, but I figured you can see how I'm actually changing the flavor profile of the coffee. And then take that heavy whipping cream and make sure that you don't spill it over the place while you're trying to record at the same time. And it seems like it's good enough. So I like a nice, like I said, kind of light, creamy type of coffee. And it's probably why I prefer dark roasts, because that might have been a little bit too much cream, to be honest with you. Because I wasn't really looking that much. But normally, like, I think I prefer dark roast because I get the flavor out of it, and mixing the heavy cream along with the sugar, for me, makes it taste a lot, like, I don't know, flavorful. I don't know. It seems to bring everything out. So let's give this a try. Okay, so now I've got my cup, and I'm filming this with the other hand, and you can see some of the stuff we have on top of it. Yes, it is a lot. Hard to think of Belvedere over there, but you know, it hasn't been drunk in a while. And it's early, so my hair's still a mess. But nonetheless, let's give this a try. I tasted a little bit on the spoon, and I can say that something changed. Holy crap. So, flavor profile changed quite a bit when adding just the sugar and the cream. Well, not the sugar, but the Splenda and the cream. So definitely is richer because of the heavy cream that was added to it. The maple flavor hits you in the face once it's got a little bit of that, once it's kind of probably also cooled down a little bit, and gets you with that, that bacony, it's like a bacon aftertaste too. It's weird. It's got such a good smell to it. Absolutely delicious coffee when it's got the additives, I think, to it for me. And maybe if I made this like an iced coffee, like I put it over ice, maybe just had the Splenda, or did it like kind of like a cold brew type of situation. I don't know if I'd have to buy the grounds and everything to do that. So Bones Coffee, I give you a thumbs up. Alicia Maple Bacon. I'm gonna give the other ones a try probably over the next couple days, and whether or not I just say add on to this or maybe add a little more, it's just something a little different put it on the Instagram channel, and let's do it up. So thank you guys for watching if you did, and see you next time with something more than just coffee.